We're up to 8th in the championship. Can we keep it going? Stay tuned to find out. Hello and welcome to episode 41 of Rebuilding Derby. My name is Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got the transfer window update for you, and in a change to the two advertised matches, match number 1 is now going to be the FA Cup 4th round tie at home to Wolves, and that will be followed by Hull City away in the EFL Championship. So on to the transfer Roundup to show you the business that we've done, and we have brought in 2 new signings with 2 players leaving the club. So Ibrahim has left, Olamide Ibrahim, and Anthony Owusu goes to Sheffield United. And coming in we've got first of all Ibrahimovic from Aberdeen, who is a goalkeeper, 2.5-star current ability and 4-star potential. He's here on loan from Aberdeen for the rest of the season. And finally, Charlie Setford, who is a goalkeeper, and he is 3-star current ability, 5-star potential, and he is in permanently and joins us from Stoke City for £6 million. Time now for the first match of today's episode, the FA Cup game at home to Wolves, and this is the lineup for the match. It is Joe Lumley in goal, back 4 of Tom Hamer, Curtis Nelson, Alfie Jones and Ian Martson, Max Bird at the base of midfield, Regan Slater, Marcus McGuane ahead of him, Ryan Longman on the right wing, Tyrese John-Jules on the left, Joe Gelhardt up front. Let's submit the team and get into the team talk. Okay, and the assistant manager recommends saying that the lads have been given a lot of credit lately. Go out there and put on a worthy display. I slightly disagree with that. I'm going to go with we've got nothing to lose out here. We know how good we are. Let's show everyone else what we're capable of. So can we pump the fists and do that? Yes, we can. So let's do exactly that. And that's a couple of them are motivated by that, and the rest are composed, which is absolutely fine. So we'll get into the match, and we'll kick off. And as always, we'll let the match settle down for a few minutes before we make any big decisions or any rash changes. But it is Wolves with the first highlight. Pedro Neto comes down the left flank for Wolves, gets his cross in, but it's blocked, and it's out for a corner to Wolves. So it's the outswinging corner, Pedro Neto with it, and it's headed away by Nelson. Ruben Neves collects, gives it to Romo, back to Simon Kjær, Ruben Neves, Dendoncker, it's chipped over to Pedro Neto, but it's a free kick to Derby for offside, and that highlight ends. And the next highlight is a Derby throw on the left. It's worked through to John-Jules, gives it back to Martson. Martson to Bird. Bird looks for Slater, finds him. Slater gives it back to Bird, who goes backwards to Alfie Jones. Into McGuane. John-Jules looks for help, gets it. Martson plays the ball in, but it's cleared. And it's a corner for Derby on the left. In swinging corner, and it's Max Hamer with it, but it's headed away. Bird will pick it up, and he'll find Hamer. Hamer back to Jones, Jones to Hamer again. Hamer's ball into the box is not great and it's given away, but that highlight ends and a new one starts with a Derby throw. Martson goes for the ball over the top, Gelhardt picks it up and it's played in, but to a Wolves shirt. Cleared and Alfie Jones picks it up, crosses halfway but plays it back into his own half, and Nelson down the right this time for Hamer. Longman into Slater, Gelhardt crosses, header is on target but straight at Newble, and that highlight ends. Hamer with the right wing throw. It's crossed, but John Jules picks it up at the far post and he is offside. It's a throw into Wolves. Romo gets it from Semedo, gives it back to Semedo, who runs down the line. His cross is charged down and out for a corner. Corner is an in-swinger from Pedro Neto, headed away by Nelson, only as far as Adama Traore, who's looking for help and wins a free kick from Longman. And it's a free kick very close to the byline, headed away by Nelson. Ruben Neves collects, finds Stones, gives it to Kier, Romo, Adama Traore looks for help, but his pass is short and picked up by Slater. Gelhardt to John Jules, McGuane to Gelhardt, Gelhardt back to McGuane, Slater goes backwards to Nelson, goes right to Hamer. Played down the line for Longman. Don't think he's got the pace to outfox his man, but he does get the cross in. It's crossed in, flashed header over the bar from John Jules, and that highlight ends. It is a corner on the right for Bird, goes all the way to the far post, headed away, and out for a throw-in, which we don't see. To Hamer with a throw for Derby, and Neto wins the ball back. Aitnori to Dendoncker. Alfie Jones intercepts. Nelson to Jones. Jones plays it back to Lumley in goal. Lumley goes for the long clearance, and it's a Wolves mistake. The shot is looping up in the air and Newble collects easily under almost no pressure. McGuane, his ball forward is intercepted, and Wolves come again through Adama Traore, back to Simon Kier, Stones into Dendoncker, Neves to Neto, Neto to Pedro. Pedro's shot is saved, but he's offside. And it's Lumley with the free kick. Clipped over halfway, flicked onto McGuane, Slater, Joe Gelhardt. Plays it right for Longman. Longman's cross is put out for a corner. And it's an in-swinging corner on the right from Max Bird. Won't find a Derby shirt, but the clearance goes to Nelson. Bird back to Hamer. Bird to Nelson. Hamer plays it a little too strongly down the line and it's out for a goal kick. And it's a Derby free kick on the left. Martson's ball flighted in. Header by McGuane straight at Newble, but McGuane is offside anyway. Right wing throw in. Hamer to Longman. Ball back to Slater, who has a shot, but it's charged down. ends up with Bird. Over on the left to Martson, but he's beaten to it and it's headed away. It's another Derby attack. Martson on the left with a throw. Ball's crossed in. Ryan Longman's header is off target and the highlight ends. Half an hour gone and it's Wolves on the attack. And the cross is blocked and out for a corner to Wolves. It's an in-swinging corner from Pedro Neto into the middle, and it's cleared and out for another Wolves corner. It's an in-swinger again from Neto, slightly deeper this time, and it's over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. Highlight ends and it's Joe Lumley with a goal kick. Over halfway and Semedo picks up the loose ball, runs it into the Derby half down the right, finds Adama Traore, gets it back from Traore, it's headed away by Hamer, but Ait Norrie will pick it up. Dendoncker to Neves, to Romo, Semedo into the penalty area, it's crossed and Neto on the slide puts Wolves ahead. Not really deserved on the balance of play, but Wolves were having their best spell of the game so far. It's a Derby kick-off and Slater has it down the line for Gelhardt. Gelhardt runs towards the area but then drifts out wide, gives it to Longman. Longman goes back to Hamer, infield to Bird. Bird is surely fouled by Dendoncker and it is a Derby free kick which we don't see, but the next highlight is a Wolves free kick which we do see. Headed away. Neto picks it up, has a shot, long way over the bar. 10 minutes to go to half time. And Derby is still on top in terms of stats, but Wolves have definitely closed the gap since they scored. It's played in, headed away. The second header comes in and straight at Lumley, who saves easily. Simon Kjær heads it out for a Derby throw, which Martson will take. Gives it to McGuane, Jones, Nelson. Plays it to Slater, who goes for the ball to John Jules. John Jules' shot is charged down, but it will go to Martson. And that is hammered away. It'll be a Derby throw-in, which we won't see. We do see a Wolves throw. Romo picks it up. Neves' ball over the top. Neto. Lumley couldn't hold it, but there was a defender on the line to make the clearance. And it's back with Derby. Hamer on the right. Throws it to Nelson, who passes forward to McGuane, short to Slater, wide to John Jules, flick down to Martson, down the left wing, inside to John Jules. Martson, but the ball is slightly short. McGuane picks it up, header is flicked, but just over the crossbar. It's Newball with the goal kick for Wolves. Simon Kjær brings it forward. Kjær's ball to the right to Adama Traore. Doesn't find him and Derby get it back. Slater to McGuane. To Gelhardt. Over to the right hand side and Longman. Longman's attempted cross is charged down. It's out for a corner. It'll be Max Bird with the corner, goes for a near post corner, slightly overhit, and it's headed away, but Derby retain possession. Bird again gets a chance to cross it in. Longman's header is over the crossbar and away for a goal kick to Wolves. And that is the end of the first half, so it's Derby 0, Wolves 1 at half time, and Wolves do deserve it based on the balance of the entire first half. So show me something in the second half. And let's have a look at substitutions. I think Joe Gelhart's had a disappointing first half, and Ian Martson is anxious, so let's take both of them off. So we'll bring on Josh Coburn, and Martson can come off for Wilson Esbrand, and we will send them out for the second half. See if we can turn it round. And it is Nelson to Hamer, down the right to Longman, goes for the ambitious ball, doesn't find its target, and the highlight ends. It's a right wing throw for Semedo for Wolves. Romo into Neves to Dendoncker. Wolves keep possession. Semedo now on the right, back to Neto. Alfie Jones blocks the cross and it's away for a corner. Pedro Neto clips it in, headed up rather than out, and Adama Traore picks it up. He's tackled and it's away, and the highlight ends. Now it's Derby on the attack. Hamer going to need some help, gets it from Slater, who goes infield to Bird, infield again to McGuane. Coburn, it's flicked over the top, and the header is on target but straight at Newble. And Aitnori with the throw on the left for Wolves. Adama Traore cleared to Coburn, but it's Wolves who have it in their own half. Stones to Dendoncker. Dendoncker through to Neto. Neto goes back to Dendoncker. Neves to Aitnori. Aitnori back to Neto. The header is straight at Joe Lumley. And that highlight breaks down. So we'll hit demand more at this stage. Lumley with the long goal kick. Header finds John Jules. McGuane to Jones. Jones to McGuane again. John Jules. Jones runs over halfway. Misplaced pass and it's back with Wolves. Neves to Pedro. Pedro beats his man. Finds Romo. Ball is flicked to the left but cut out by Derby, and Slater brings it away, gives it to John Jules, who runs, gives it to Wilson Esbrand, infield to McGuane. Bird back to Jones in his own half, goes further back to Nelson. Nelson runs across halfway, ball over the top, Coburn is in and has put it in the back of the net. It's Derby County 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. 56 minutes gone. And the next highlight is Wolves kicking off. It's Stones in his own half, up towards halfway, over the halfway line to Dendoncker. Hamer back to the goalkeeper, who clears long. Coburn won't get there, it's headed away. Dendoncker to Aitnori. Into Romo, who gives it back to Kier. Romo wide to Semedo. Semedo has too much pace for his Derby defender. Pedro gets the header in, and has put Wolves back in front. It's Derby 1, Wolves 2, 57 minutes gone. So parity didn't last very long at all. Longman looks like the the candidate for coming off for the second sub, so let's do that and bring on Connor Chaplin. In fact, no, we'll bring on Jason Knight, give him a go. So John Jules to McGuane to Bird to Alfred Jones to Nelson, wide to Hamer, gives it to Longman, and it's highlight over. It's a Wolves throw, 8 to Norrie. It's crossed into the box. Header is on target but straight at Lumley, who is going to look for the long ball over the top. I think he does. It does get to a Derby shirt, but 8 Norrie intercepts. It's back with Wilson Esbrand in the left back position, but his ball is a loose one and given away. And the tackle only succeeds in giving it to a Wolves player. They are offside, so it's a Derby free kick. So let's demand more. Lumley with that free kick, given away. Pedro to Adama Traore. Into Pedro. Has the shot, and it's blocked by Nelson for a corner. And not sure if won't be making a sub for a minute or two yet. In fact, it'll be a bit longer than that. Probably another 20 minutes, I would say. Unless something drastic happens. Neto's corner, headed away. John Jules gets it clear, but only as far as Traore, who runs it out of play. And that highlight ends. Wolves do deserve to be ahead, 65 gone, they're well ahead on XG. But it's a free kick to Derby, Hamer to Slater, back to Bird, into Coburn, back to Slater, Bird, Coburn again, McGuane, gets it to John Jules, who goes left to Wilson Esbrand. He gets slightly away from his man, but not far enough to get a decent cross in. It's all the way out to Coburn on the right, and he gives the ball away. Pedro Neto brings it clear, and he's gone all the way to the 6-yard line, and ball ends up with Neves, who gives it to Romo. Semedo goes round his man. Thought he'd given away a penalty there, but it's actually a corner. And it's an in-swinging corner by Pedro Neto to the far post, headed away by John Jules. And it's a Wolves throw. Neto with the ball now, crosses it in, headed clear, but Romo will collect under absolutely no pressure, although the ball's given away to John Jules. Back to Wilson Esbrand, down the line, but loose and given away to Semedo. Ball over the top, easy save for Lumley, holds on to it with no difficulty at all. Into the last 20 minutes. John Jules is going to be the last player to come off. In fact, we've made all 3 subs. He's going to have to see the match out. So we'll demand more. Kier to Adama Traore, who is offside. And it's no highlight with that free kick, so into the last 15 minutes, and we need a goal just to get back on level terms, or the cup run will be over. Newball with the goal kick, short to Kier. Kier goes back to Newball, who finds Stones. Dendoncker and Neves swap passes. Romo to Neto, who goes left to Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri is able to cross it over, but it's headed away only as far as Dendoncker, who goes to Romo, right to Semedo, who crosses it in. It's headed at goal, but straight at Joe Lumley, and he will clear, but we don't get to see the highlight. Kier, so Wolves on the attack again, back with Kier. Romo into Raul. Semedo to Romo. Romo to Raul. Semedo. Romo, Dendoncker. Aït-Nouri, who has too much pace, gets round his man. The header is on target but saved by Lumley. 5 minutes left. Let's hit them with a demand more. We have literally nothing to lose at this stage, so I may as well go attacking as well. And it's Semedo down the right for Wolves. His cross is charged down and away for a corner. And it's an in-swinging corner. Pedro Neto with it. Headed away, and Knight will pick it up just outside the area. Runs across halfway, but gives it away. Knight kicks it out. Knight's injured. It's down the line by Wilson Esbran, but Kier picks it up in the right back position, all the way back to his goalkeeper. Aït-Nouri down the left for Neto. Back to Aït-Nouri. Dendoncker into Romo. Aït-Nouri again, who is able to cross it. Pedro's header goes over, and we're into stoppage time. Derby in possession through Nelson, who goes long but can't find his man. Romo picks up the loose ball, finds Neto, who looks for help, gets his cross in. It's headed away for a corner to Wolves. We're into the last 2 minutes. Wolves with the corner. Neto. Dendoncker goes close, just over the bar. And will there be time for one more Derby attack? Lumley kicks it over halfway. Headed to McGuane. John Jules. Back to McGuane. Jones. His attempt at a chip doesn't find its target. Pedro to Romo. Neves goes to Neto. Hamer wins it back. Gives it to Nelson. He's going to need to get it forward quickly if Derby are going to have a chance to score. Don't think we're going to. Jones is holding on to it, but he's gone for the long ball. No one's made the run. Semedo picks it up. Kier to Stones. Kier gets it back and plays it all the way back to Newble. Stones back to Newble again, who goes long. Seconds remain. There isn't going to be time for a Derby equaliser. So this is where the FA Cup run will end. The 4 minutes is up, and that is indeed full time. So I will see you in a moment for the second match of today's episode. Time for the second match of the episode now, and we are away to Hull City, and this is the lineup for that match. It's in goal, Charlie Setford making his debut following his recent transfer, Osman Kakai at right back, Luke Wolfenden and Alfie Jones as centre backs, Josh Wilson-Esbrand is at left back, Regan Slater at the base of midfield, Jason Knight and Max Bird in central midfield, Ryan Longman on the right wing, Ian Martson on the left, Joe Gelhardt up front. Let's submit the team, and We need to give one of our players a squad number. It's Charlie Setford, our new goalkeeper. So we're going to give him the number 31 shirt. And let's go and give the team talk. Okay, and I think I'm going to agree with the assistant manager, so we'll do it with no gesture. Show everyone that their recent praise is justified, put on a real show. And that seems to have pleased most of them. The only one who's unsure is Rhys Williams, who's on the bench anyway. So he's probably just ensured that he isn't going to come on. Let's get into the match. And let's go out there and try and win it. So it is Gelhardt with the kick-off. It's Wolfenden to Knight. Knight back to Slater. Slater holds onto it and gives it to Wolfenden. Knight, Slater over the top for Longman, but he gives up the chase, and it's the highlight ends. It's Hull City throw-in. Besant to Hourihane. Hourihane goes left and it's through to Gordon. Back to Bowler. Hourihane. Doherty. Hourihane. Bowler. Hourihane again. Down the line to Bowler. Cross is blocked and it's out for a Hull City corner. I think we might need to demand more, even though it's only 5 minutes in. Is headed clear by Max Bird and out for a Hull throw, which we don't see, although actually we do. Just a new highlight. Besant to Fila. Into Besant again. Doherty to Hourihane. His shot is charged down. Bowler picks up the rebound. His cross is charged away for a corner. And Hull keep up their early pressure. Outswinging corner. Hourihane with it. Left footed. Headed away by Alfie Jones. Besant keeps it in. Finds Willock. Besant again. Free kick given away by Bird. And it's a new highlight. Bowler with a free kick to Hourihane, who goes back into his own half all the way to Walton. Jack Walton, who we tried to sign and failed to in the January transfer window. And it's Gordon on the left for Hull. Heard he's got a bit of an engine on him. Bird to Wolfenden. All the way back to Setford, who looks to pick out his man, doesn't, and it's Hull who come forward again. Hourihane to Greaves. Into Hourihane again. Gordon. Back to Hourihane. Doherty. Back to Sandler. Doherty. Besant. Wide to Fila. Fila with the cross. The volley from Max Dean, and it is Hull City 1, Derby County 0. Just less than 10 minutes gone. And we need to demand more. We need to get back into this game. It's Knight to Gelhardt, but the ball's given away. And Hull come again. Doherty to Besant, but the highlight ends. Derby have yet to have a shot. Kakai with a right wing throw to Knight. Kakai gets it back. Plays it in. Longman with the shot on target, held by Walton. Thrown out to Bowler, who goes long. Kakai with the foul. Gets away without a booking. I think he was slightly fortunate. Back with Walton, the Hull City keeper. And it's bowled out to the left and bowler. Greaves goes forward to Hourihan, into Dean. Hourihan goes for the ball over the top, finds bowler on the left wing. Finds Gordon. Charge down, Slater clears, but the highlight ends. And it's a Hull throw. They are utterly dominant in this one. Hourihan to Doherty. It's cleared and it's Longman who goes over halfway but only finds Greaves. And Hull come yet again. Hourihan to Doherty. Into Wilson Esbrand. He sliced his clearance. Orphandon mops up and gives it back to Setford. Setford kicks it into the Hull half. It's headed and Wolf gives it to Hourihan. Hourihan gets it back. Greaves goes left to bowler. Doherty to Willock. Willock goes for the diagonal, finds Besant, who crosses, but it's deflected behind for a corner to Hull. And it's corner, Hourihan, Greaves with the header just over the bar. I think Wilson Esbrand might need to come off, and Martson as well actually. In fact, what I'm going to do is drop Martson back to where Wilson Esbrand is, take Wilson Esbrand off and bring on Tyrese John-Jules. I know it's only early but we're losing in a game we badly need to win. Played left to Gordon and Hull get an easy second. Mustafa Besant. Total mix-up in the Derby defence. We will watch the replay just to see what happened. Gordon paid it back to Dean. Besant was completely unmarked between two defenders and slotted past the goalkeeper who had absolutely no protection. Derby get the game underway. Kakai down the right wing to Longman. Knight to Slater to Gelhardt, who goes for the ball out to the left, and John-Jules. It's cleared by Hull, but Martson will pick it up and give it to John-Jules. Back to Slater. It's Martson, Bird, Jones, Slater, Bird, Slater to Knight. Wolfenden finds Jones. Passes forward, but the highlight is over. And it's a Hull City throw. Bowler to Gordon. And it's Dean. Willock goes out to the right wing, plays it back, gets it back. Willock looking for the cross. Blocked, but ends up with Doherty, who goes for the cross. It's punched away, headed clear. Gelhardt on the break, behind Longman. So the pace of the attack slows, and indeed that ends the highlight. And it's been a thoroughly disappointing opening 32 minutes. Hourihan with the free kick, and it's headed over the crossbar. Hull 2-0 up, absolutely comfortable. But Martson with a free kick finds the back of the net. So out of nothing, it's Hull City 2, Derby County 1. won't watch that again, we'll just get on with the game. So suddenly Martson's playing well, which just leaves, in fact John Jules is playing okay as well. So it's Wolfenden and the tiring Bird that need to be probably replaced. I think Bird is probably the more urgent priority. So Knight crosses, header is straight at Walton. It's a free kick to Derby on the left, Martson to Slater, back to Jones. Misplaced pass and it's back with Hull. Willock goes back to Sandler. Willock again, down the right wing. Doherty this time. Finds Besant, back with Doherty. His ball is into Dean. Besant is in. Pulls it back. Charged down and eventually cleared to Gelhardt, who finds John Jules. But that highlight ends. Kakai with the throw-in into Longman, whose cross is charged down. It's away for a Derby corner, and it'll be an in-swinger for Martson. Into the middle but headed away. Slater goes right for Kakai, who can't beat his man but finds Slater, who goes back to Wolfenden. Knight wide to Kakai. Kakai's offside. And that is likely to be the last action of the first half. In fact, there's one more free kick for Hourihane. The shot is just over the crossbar and it's a Derby goal kick, but that is half time. It's Hull City 2, Derby County 1. It wasn't good enough. You have to be better, and I think I'm going to take off Bird, Max Bird for Jacob Davenport. There's a few tired players out there, but he's tired and not playing well, so we'll demand more. Hull with the ball from the kick-off. Doherty back to Sandler. Greaves to Hourihane. Hourihane goes for the chip, finds Gordon. Hourihane into Dean, but it's given away. Gelhardt finds Slater. Highlight ends. So we need to get back into this one quickly. Kakai down the right. Slater. Knight. Back to Wolfenden. Passes to Slater. Slater goes for the long ball over the top. Not quite enough to get it over the top of the Hull defence. Kakai picks it up. Slater to Knight. Kakai chips it to Gelhardt, but it's overhit and Hull can come away with it. Dean goes for the shot. It's cleared, but Hourihane picks it up. Doherty to Besant, cleared again. Jones this time, and it's Bowler at the back for Hull to Gordon. Skins his man, finds Willock. Hourihane chips it. Tackle from Jones, but it's loose ball to Gordon. Hourihane in to the back of the net from Max Dean, but it's offside. It's not going to count. So we've got away with that one, and we're still only one goal adrift. So we'll demand more. volleyed clear, but only as far as Sandler. Greaves brings it over halfway, finds Bowler on the left, passes astray, and it's Kakai gets it back, goes for the long ball over the top, gets Gelhart away. Gelhart puts it in the back of the net. Hull City 2, Derby County 2. Out of nothing, Derby are back on level terms before the hour mark is up. Wolfenden is having a total nightmare. So I wonder whether Wolfenden might be the sensible option to take off for Nelson, and that's what we're going to do to try and force the issue. Davenport goes for the ball down the left. Highlight ends. It's back with Setford. He goes for the long clearance, but Hull intercept it, and it's Doherty. Back to Sandler. Hurahan picks it up. Doherty to Willock. Back to Doherty. Willock into Dean. If Hull manage to win this, Harley Dean will be the arguably the difference between the two teams. I think whichever side had Harley Dean in their ranks would be winning this game. I think that's the difference he's making today. And it is a free kick to Hull. Hurahan with it. It's cleared by Setford at the expense of a corner. Outswinger from Hurahan. And it's headed over by Sandler. Let's encourage as soon as we can, but Willock comes forward. It's cleared, but only as far as Bowler. Down the line for Gordon. Chipped into the box. It's saved by Setford. And the highlight ends. Hull are on the attack again. We really cannot complain if Hull do win this game. They have been the better team. No doubt about it. Willock. Greaves. Bowler. Hurahan. He's been a key player for them as well. Greaves goes back to his goalkeeper. Puts a bit too much on it, but Walton deals with it. Sandler comes over halfway into Besant, and Filer goes to the byline, crosses. The header is on target, but straight at Setford. Let's encourage the lads. We are away from home, and we have drawn level, so we'll get into the last 15 minutes. Hurahan's free kick. Header is off the crossbar and over for a goal kick. Hull again. Bowler to Willock. Given away to Longman. Ball is drilled long. John Jules loses it, but Slater wins it back. Into the left back area. Greaves picks it up, and it's back with Bowler. Greaves again comes forward over halfway, goes right for Doherty, down the line for Filer, into the area, headed away. Willock collects. Bowler to Hurahan. Bowler tackled, and it's offside anyway. So into the last 12 minutes, Hull on the attack yet again. Hill this time. Filer goes round his man as if he isn't even there. gets the pass away to Besant, and Setford makes the save. It's away for a whole corner. Still more than 11 minutes to go. Hull with another corner, and it's headed away. This time it's Kakai with the throw-in on the right for Derby, but given away. Hill to Willock, over the top to Bowler. He is offside. Let's demand more. Let's try and win this in the last 10 minutes without going attacking. We'll get mullered if we attack, so we'll just go stay positive. Kakai with the throw to Longman. Back to Kakai. Tries to beat his man, finds Knight. Goes back to Slater. Kakai, Slater again. Infield to Davenport. Back to Slater. Knight. To Gelhardt. Gelhardt with the shot. It is away for a corner. Off the Hull City goalkeeper. In swinging corner from Davenport. Would be an absolute steal if we were able to get a goal from this, but the corner is cleared. Back to Davenport. Nelson to Kakai. Kakai tries to go past his man. It's away for a throw-in. Kakai should be the one to take it. He is. It's Longman. Kakai. Knight. Longman. Kakai. Kakai's cross. Headed away. But it's a free kick for offside. Will there be one last chance? If there is, it's looking likely to be a Hull chance. But Besant gives it away. Davenport clearance gives the ball away, and the chip into the box is overhit and out for a goal kick. Into the last 2 minutes, and it's Setford with a goal kick, but it's going to come straight back at us through Hull, and it's a free kick on the edge of the area. 89 minutes gone, 4 added minutes signalled, and Kakai clears, but it's offside. Besant is offside. Setford takes it, and it's Martson. Back to Jones. Can we fashion one more chance to win the game? John Jules to Gelhardt. Slater to Knight. The ball to Longman is too short. It's given away. Nakajima, but his pass is short. Gelhardt. John Jules is in if he can turn and face goal. He can't, but he finds Davenport. The shot is charged down. It's out for a corner. And it is Knight with the corner. Into the box. It's picked up by Walton, the Hull goalkeeper. He throws it to the left back, Bowler. It's Nakajima down the left wing. Goes for the big diagonal. It's over the top and a goal kick. It's a Derby throw. Kakai into Slater. Slater gets it back. Plays it left for Martson. Shot is just over the bar. Highlight ends. One more. Davenport to Gelhardt. It's offside. That's surely going to be the last chance of the match. We're over the 4 minutes, and it is indeed the last highlight of the match. I'll see you in a moment for the league table and the upcoming fixtures, where we will decide when we're going to come back. That draw leaves us in 9th position with 31 games played, 45 points on the board, with 5 points off the playoffs. Let's have a look at the schedule and decide when we're going to come back. And we are going to come back for the Easter weekend games, which are Blackpool at home on Friday the 3rd of April and Bristol City away Monday the 6th of April. That will be on tomorrow's episode, and that wraps it up for today. So if you've enjoyed the video, please put a like on there for me. Subscribe to my channel for Football Manager videos from Monday to Friday, and thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.